Okay, awesome. Let's get started. So first off, just to introduce ourselves, my name is Sergeant John Campbell. I am been with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office for quite a few months now. Um, basically, um, you know, I help out with a lot of the human resources stuff. I'm the co-lead of the training division under one of our majors, Maverick. Best thing I love to do is just jump in there, train cadets, and I love doing paperwork. A lot of people don't like that, but you know that's where I
Eh,
strive. You know.
Not
Uh,
everybody likes paperwork, but it's a necessary
yep,
duty.
yep, that's right. And then to my right, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Kirk Martin. I've been with BCSO since April. I've been doing this kind of work for over 6 years. Um, I do a lot of I do a lot of I, I do HR stuff, but I also do a lot of other things. I'm heat, canine, air, air instructor, canine instructor, all of that. So I'm about and everything around, you know.
Got your finger in all the pies.
Yep.
Yeah, I think yesterday I met, I think his name was Aiden, was one of y'all sergeants, and then I rode with Jennings for a little while on a ride along.
Yes, sir.
After he hit
Nice.
me with his truck. That was, or no, he didn't hit me with a truck. Somebody hit me with a
You
truck.
got to get hit with a truck at least one time if you're going to be a law enforcement officer. Okay,
Oh,
it just comes with the salary. It
Initiation.
comes with the
It
salary.
happens. It does. Lord knows I've been shot enough doing this job.
Yep, that's true, that's true. All right, brother, listen, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the interview questions. At any point, if you need us to stop or anything like that, just let us know. I can always repeat myself with any of these questions. They're not hard. If you don't know the answer 100%, just try to answer your best ability, okay?
Yep.
All right, brother, so listen. In your application, okay, it looks like you indicated you got some previous law enforcement. Do you care to elaborate just a little bit more on that, just some more detail or something?
Sure. Are you wanting to know specific details, more about the methods of the service, what I did?
Mine is whatever you want to tell me. If it has anything to do with your past experience, heck yeah, we want to hear it.
I mean, like I said in there, I've been doing this for a hot minute. Took a break for a little while for personal reasons and decided to find a new place to kind of get my feet wet, if you know what I mean. I think I've done just about everything under the sun. I've been an FTO, I've been high command, been the whole rigmarole.
Heck yeah, right there with you. I like that you mentioned
All I
FTO.
know is,
Need them.
all I know is you can't pay me enough to be command again. No, thank you. I like being outside the department, and the higher in the rank you go, the more you office locked.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I don't think it's too bad here. I think we got some um, pretty good command members within this department. I think, realistically, at the end of the day, it doesn't really feel like it's a rank anymore. I feel like we all treat each other like we're friends, family, stuff like that. So um,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
it only comes to rank realistically when it's on paper. It feels like, but or
Yeah,
discipline
when
stuff like
shit
that.
needs to be dealt with, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of how Jennings described it to me
Mhm.
yesterday.
That's true. All right, brother. Listen, do you currently take any medications or have any medical conditions that we should be aware of that may, by any chance, impact your duties to be a sheriff's deputy?
Uh, had asthma when I was younger. Have an emergency inhaler just in case, but it hasn't flared up in years.
Okay, awesome. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Well, if those medical issues or whatever come back, just make sure you always let us know. Okay.
Oh
Um,
yeah, 100%.
all right. Moving on. All right. In your own words, brother, what does integrity mean to you, and how would you relate it to the policing?
Integrity? Well, I mean, integrity is holding up to what you say. Like, if I give you my word, I'm gonna do something. I'm I'm on that to do that. You know what I mean? And having integrity in police work is, well, we got to be transparent and honest about what we're doing, else you end up with somebody doing some shit or corrupt bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. What do you think to believe your? Sorry. What do you think is your greatest failure, and what did you learn, or what did you take away from one of your failures?
Oh God, I'm pretty sure I fuck up every day.
Right there
I
with
mean,
you.
I'm pretty sure we all do, honestly. I'd say my biggest failure is, you know, I like to think I'm not a very prideful person, but I know at the end of the day, I got my pride and my ego, and it's led me into a few instances where I've fucked up. It's required me to check myself and, you know, learn how to control myself in those situations, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm very proud of what I do and the way I do it, but at times it kind of gets in the way, you know what I mean?
I get you. How do you think you changed your basically just your everyday, you know, things? Like how did going from that, like what are some things that you changed in a way to kind of push yourself a little harder every day?
I think I got older, and, you know, you get wiser as you get older. You get more fucking aches and pains too, but that's part of it. But it's one of those things that you can look back on it and realize things you could have done better and internalize and think about them, if that makes sense. You can look back and learn from those experiences. Try
Yeah,
to become a better person.
yeah, 100%. Do you think you're gonna have any like goals or anything within the department? Is there like anything that you're looking forward to, or maybe like a subdivision that you might want to see yourself into?
Well, I know I always enjoy, I guess, pursuit for y'all's heat, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Everybody likes driving fast cars fast. That's just how it is. Uh, for the longest time, I was point man on a SWAT team, so I always enjoy doing that. It's how I learned I'm a bullet magnet. But I guess if you're first one through the door, that happens.
Yeah.
That can happen. All right. If the
But
oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I apologize.
If the human resources department reached out to any of your friends or peers for like a reference or something, how do you think that they're going to describe you as a person?
An asshole you can rely on to get shit done. Somebody that if he tells you something, he's gonna do it. Gives you your word, all that good shit. If that makes sense.
Okay. So just to emphasize on, you know, obviously asshole, you know, like I'm assuming you're meaning that in like a general sense of just being a smart ass, pretty much, like
Oh yeah,
jokingly stuff like that. Okay.
I mean, like
We got a few
obviously
of those in the department.
when things get serious, it's time to turn off the jokey. But in
Yeah.
a job as serious and stressful as this, you have to enjoy yourself and have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Can you tell me about a time when you had to be creative in a situation, and then what was the outcome of that?
Oh God, I'm always terrible at these kind of questions. I don't
Like
think
I
there's
said,
anybody that's good at these kind of questions.
yeah, like I said, just try to answer to the best of your ability.
Uh, the time that I did it. I mean, there's a lot of lateral thinking that you have to do in this job, be it approaching a situation from. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? I'm in an interview. Can I call you back? Okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Like I said, you got to do a lot of lateral thinking. Be that approaching a situation from a different angle, finding a way to approach someone and diffuse a situation can be, finding those things, if that makes sense. I
Yeah,
guess more of that creativity would be in finding ways to diffuse a situation and hopefully end it bloodlessly, because that's the end goal.
yeah, yeah. I got you. All right. So, in your own opinion, okay, like I said, just answer best you can. What do you think the difference is for the letter of the law and the spirit of the law? Like, what do you think the difference is?
Between the letter and the spirit. I mean, that's one of
Correct.
those things that the spirit of the law is different for just about everybody, but at the end of the day, our job is the letter of the law. Spirit of the law can be interpretation, the way people look at things, but at the end of the day, we have to enforce the laws, and that's just part of it.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Do you have any questions so far or anything on any questions?
I'm sure I'll think of a million of them once I walk out the door here in a minute, but
Nah, I gotcha. All right, we're gonna move on to the scenario-based questions. Okay. Like I
Sure.
said, answer best you can. Just try and put yourself in that situation, and just think of the best outcome. Okay. All right. So during a routine traffic stop, okay, you and your partner, officer, arrest the individual on scene. Noting for the purpose of this question, the charge is unrelated. You notice that during the legal search of the vehicle, your partner finds a $5 bill and places the $5 bill in their pocket. How would you handle this situation?
so just for clarification on the scenario, we are arresting Timmy Two Shoes off a warrant for something that's completely non dealt with the search. During the search,
Mhm.
he finds that and pockets it.
Correct.
Is this have I seen him do this before, or is this just kind of like a out of the blue kind of thing? Like, is this?
So for this question, just treat it as if this is the first time you've seen this.
I'm going to, you know, I wouldn't say confronts the word I can think of. I apologize, my verbiage isn't the best at the moment. But, confront him about it, be like, hey, that's, I can't think of the word right now, but not only theft, but you're, uh, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not contaminating, but there's a word that goes in there along with chain of custody. I can't think of it. But basically, not only is he committing a crime, but like, we got to be better than that. And if you're doing that on a $5 bill, what the hell are you going to do if you find a brick of Coke or something like that? You know what I mean? So I would address it with him and then probably kick it up the cock.
You would kick it up to what?
The chain of command, the cock.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that's
No, you're good. I just
last
I've
place
never
I was
heard
at.
someone call it that.
Yeah, you're the first person I've heard actually say that.
Yeah, that was just super common in the last place I worked at. So it's one of those that gets into your verbiage,
I get you. All right. During speed traffic enforcement, you perform a traffic stop and is subject for speeding. That subject was registered going 5 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. Upon review of their traffic citation history, there have been no previous reports. Do you believe it is acceptable to issue a verbal warning? And if so, why would you issue that warning?
So for clarification, they're going 5 over. They have no history.
Correct.
I guess it really depends on the department because I know I've been willing to give verbals because, well, everybody fucks up. Everybody's got problems. Maybe he's just got to poop real bad and he's trying to get home so he can poop. But it really depends on the outlook of the department. If the department's in a situation where it's, we don't do warnings no matter what, then you give them the citation and it's part of life. You know, he broke the letter of the law, if not really. You know what I mean? If it's up to me personally and I can give this person a warning, I would like to, but at the same time, what's to say that the 10 people before me didn't look at his stuff and see, oh, this individual doesn't have anything. We'll let him off with a slap on the wrist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, in this scenario, would you issue that verbal warning? Let's say it's officer discretion, you get the choice to make.
Then, honestly, it's going to depend on how the individual approaches the traffic stop. If they're courteous and, good-natured about it, not being rude and, for lack of better terms, up my ass about it, then, yeah, I'm probably going to be courteous and give them that verbal warning, but 95% of the time I'm probably going to give that citation as that's something that needs to be done. Yeah, it sucks, but traffic laws are still the law and we have to obey them.
Okay, I got you. All right. Upon the arrival of a reported store robbery, one suspect initiates gunfire at you and another officer that was already on scene. While engaged in a shootout between you and the suspect decides to cease fire and began to flee on foot from the scene. Upon attempting the chase, you notice that the other officer has been critically wounded. How would you proceed?
Okay, so just for my own clarification, because just for me, I'm bad at verbal word into brain image.
No, you're good.
So myself and another officer have arrived to a store. On arrival at that store, there are two suspects, one which has fired on officers and one which has, which didn't, correct?
So the one suspect. So right now we're focused on the one suspect.
Okay, I apologize.
There's probably 2, 3, 10. I don't know. It's just the suspect that's firing at you is the one that seizes fire and then starts to run, and you notice that your officer has been critically injured.
First thing I'm going to do is attend to my fallen officer, as at the end of the day, that is more important than that individual who's getting away. Hopefully, we will be able to get some kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? Evidence, anything that'll let us find that person. But in that moment, that 13 Alpha is more important to me than a suspect which has ceased firing and is fleeing. I can give information over the radio as to where they are, but I'm going to prioritize the safety of my officers and civilians.
Yeah, I like your answer. Awesome. All right. This is going to be the last scenario-based question. How would you approach a scene where you were directed by a supervisor to make an arrest that you believe to be unlawful? What steps do you think that you're going to take, if you're going to take any?
That I believe to be unlawful, or that is unlawful?
So it's saying that you believe are unlawful. So if you're thinking that your supervisor is telling you to make an arrest for something that you believe is unlawful,
I think they're in the wrong.
Yeah, you think that they're making a bad call.
The first thing I'm gonna do is, I'm presuming we already have them in custody, or is he telling me to go get them?
So the supervisor is telling you to go make that arrest.
If I have the time, I would want to confirm it with someone else up the chain. However, in that moment, I would probably detain the individual and bring them to, I guess, up here, to where we have them in custody, and then I would probably try to communicate my concerns with an superior who is either equivalent or higher rank to the individual who gave me that order, if I believed it was to be unlawful.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Because I may be missing information in that scenario, or something may have gone on that I don't know, because obviously I'm not omnipotent.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. But yeah, realistically, that's all the questions I have for you. There's some bonus questions I can ask you. We'll go over those a little bit. But other than that, the main standard stuff, that's pretty much done. So just for some bonus questions, just for fun. This is where we really start to judge you a little bit, But the first question I'm going to ask you is, what is your favorite band?
Favorite band?
Favorite band.
Oh, Lord, I have.
That's an important question. You better answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can change both with the time of the year and with how I'm feeling, if that makes sense.
So let's say right now, boom, you listen to your favorite song today. It's the only song that you could listen to the rest of your life. What band is that coming from?
It's Mariah Carey, I can tell.
No, it's probably a...
All I want for Christmas is you.
If I hear that song one more time, I swear to God. It started in November, man. It wasn't even December yet. Probably a shanty band by the name of the Longest Johns.
Okay, all right. I like those. I got a buddy that listens to that nonstop. Awesome.
I enjoy my shanty music.
Okay. All right. I like it. I got one more
Also-
question for you.
I promise your personality questions won't top the weirdest one I've heard, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. Can you, let's see, if you were a specific animal, what animal would you be?
Probably a hawk or another variety of big bird of prey.
So my question is why?
Oh, why?
Yeah, why would you
Um,
be a hawk?
Freedom. Being able to. Plus, flight is always one of those things that fascinates me.
Hmm.
You won't catch me
Okay.
flying a helicopter or something like that, but doesn't mean it doesn't fascinate me.
Okay. All right. All right. I wouldn't have chose that. I would have chose a panda. I like to eat, you know. I feel like pandas are just lazy. You know, when I get home, I don't do shit. I just sit at
Yeah,
home.
that's-
I eat, and
Just veg out.
that's my dream animal right there. So you know, Kirk, what about you? He's gonna say a unicorn.
Oh, I was actually it's so funny because when you asked that question to him, I was like, it's gonna be like a bird of some kind, and it was. I was actually correct, but I mean, mine would also kind of be around that too, like a bird. I don't know, something about like flying around just sounds cool because I love flying planes, and it's just something about the freedom of flight, and also
Yeah.
just swooping down like an owl or something would be cool too because owls fly silently. They make no noise.
I've seen that.
It-
I've seen that.
Maybe if not like a bird, maybe like a whale or something big in the ocean, because the ocean is fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, awesome. I really appreciate all the answers to all your questions. Is there any questions you have for us? Is there anything you feel like you just want to tell us extra? The floor is yours right now. If anything you want to ask.
If you could be any kitchen utensil, what would you be?
Oh shit.
I want to be a whisk.
I'm gonna be a fork.
I want to whip that shit up.
I don't know why I'd be a fork. I'd be
Why
either a
not a
fork or.
spork?
Get the hell out
Be
of
so
here.
utilitarian.
Those things
No,
are terrible.
You can only put so much on a spork, dude. You on a fork? You can put a lot of shit on a fork.
Have you ever seen those like metal sporks that like got the like serrated edge on the side for a knife, like a steak knife? Have you seen those
Yeah,
before?
so I can serrade my lip when I go to take a bite.
exactly,
Yeah, no thanks.
Exactly. I
Let
saw
me
that
clean
and
off my
somebody handed that to me, and I was like, I'm not using that. I like my lips.
All right. All right, brother. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and end our interview now. Like I said, we really appreciate you coming in. If you got any questions or regarding to anything, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this video. This is gonna get posted into our Human Resources channel, and then Human Resources is then going to vote on whether or not we bring you on. I appreciate you answer the questions. I love the personality. I love the extra question at the end. That's one thing. So I love the personality, the attitude. So hopefully we'll see what happens. And if you have any questions in between, just give us a holler, okay, man?
I think the biggest one is roughly how long does it take to hear back from you guys on that kind of thing?
It can take anywhere between 15 minutes. Just depends if everybody's going to answer. With it being pretty late, it may not be instant, but realistically, a lot of these guys get the votes in pretty quick. So you'll probably hear from me hopefully no longer than maybe 24 hours at the most.
Okay. And should I be looking for an email or a text?
Yeah, I will send you an email.
Okay, I do appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother.
Also,
Awesome.
yeah.
Go ahead.
If there's someone you want to, grill about who actually knows me, if you